This video will instruct you how to make a supersized mini flower using template for mini flower and the Flower Camp mini flower bundle. So this is from the Flower Camp mini flower bundle, and this is template 3's mini flower sepal, and this is template 2 as part of Flower Camp bundle, the center. So I mixed together a couple templates to create this one flower. Supersize means that we're taking the traditional size flower of about 3 inches and making it larger. So what's prohibiting you or restricting you to making a larger flower is your mat size to cut with your machine's design space and your paper size. So you could go as large as like 11 and a half, depending, like with a Cricut machine, before Cricut screams at you. So it all depends, on what machine you're using to cut your petals. Okay, so you're going to cut everything according to the instruction document posted at the beginning of this video. It is also available on my Facebook page, PhotoFabPaperFlowers, and it's in the photo album 2022 Crafting Happy Hour instructions. So for all the petals, you're going to use the 1/8 inch dowel rod, and we're going to roll the left side of the petal forward and then the right side backwards. So place your 1/8 inch dowel rod down kind of at an angle here on the petal, and we're just going to pinch it up and roll it a little. So this is the left side, you roll forward. So you can see I just kind of roll it back and forth. Okay, and then we're going to do the right side backwards or away from you. So what I like to do is basically do the same thing. I roll it up. So now we're just coming around the other side. Okay, so when you flip it back over, the left side is rolled towards you or up, and the right side is rolled away from you or back. Okay, and you're going to do that to every single petal for all the petals of template 4 mini flower. For the sepals, there's 2 of them. They're the exact same size. You're going to use the 3/16 inch dowel rod, or you can go to the 1/4 inch, whichever one, it doesn't matter. Place it down in the middle of the petal, thumb on top, index finger underneath, pinch it up and roll it right along. Line up the sepals, petals, pinch it up and roll it along. Pinch up and roll. Okay, pinch up and roll. All right, and you did all that with the 3/16 inch dowel rod. So we're going to set our sepals to the side, and then there are 3 different sizes of center. The center, so again, cut them according to the instruction document. And I'm going to keep them stacked, and I'm going to use a bone folder, and I'm going to curl them. Kind of like you curl ribbon, pull it ever so slightly. Okay, so now they look like lashes and they're curled all towards you. And you're doing that for all 3 sets of the different size of centers. So they'll all be curled towards you. And keep them stacked according to size. So now we're going to flip these over and start from the largest ones. We're going to place our flower shaping mat down. We're going to take the bottom two, which are the two largest petals, and we're going to take a large metal ball stylus tool. They come in a set of 4. And if you are looking for any flower shaping tools, I do offer them in my Etsy shop. So we can take the big guy here. He's the largest end. There's a different size at the end of each. And we're gonna roll right around where the petals meet the base. Okay, so just press really hard and roll. Okay, we're gonna do the exact same thing. Normally we don't roll the first layer, but we need these petals to sit up a little bit because we only rolled the sides. So we're gonna lay one here. We have our X. We're gonna flip this one over. We're gonna add some glue. We're gonna bring it straight down right in between and press. And then you can use your metal ball stylus to roll the center to make sure it adheres. We're gonna take our next one, and again, they're all rolled the exact same way. Take your metal ball stylus and roll right around where the petals meet the base, and you're gonna see those petals lift up off your surface. And if you need to, you can bend them up a little. Add some hot glue to the back. We're looking at 2 petals. Look at a petal and place it in between. So just bring it straight down. Now this, we changed the size of the petal, so it's gonna sit in further. Try and stand directly over your flower when you're assembling. It makes it easier to keep it aligned. Okay, take your next one. We're gonna roll the petal. I did switch to the smaller end. Roll it to where it meets the base, the petals meet the base. Now, if you didn't want to use the super large one, you can go to a little bit larger one. I'm sorry, a little bit smaller. Add some hot glue. Look at 2 petals, look at a petal, and bring it straight down in between. And roll it where the petals meet the base. So I'm shifted over a little bit, so I'm going to rotate it around, and I need to shift back a little. And it happens just because it's harder because I'm not directly over top of my petals. Roll the petals where they meet the base. You can cup it up to make sure it's bent if you don't like to press so hard for your arm. Okay, so I'm gonna look at these 2. I'm gonna place a petal in between and come straight down. Roll the petals. All right, roll your center to lift those petals up in the air. Just go right around where they meet the base. So you can see they're lifted and folded up. And again, if you need to, you can fold it up. Add some glue. This one does have a large center. So look at a petal and bring it in between. So come straight down. So layers 2, 4, 6 will be lined up. Layers 1, 3, and 5 will be lined up. So this flower has 7 layers. So now it'll be lined up with layer 1 for our last layer. Roll the petals where they meet the base. So you don't need to roll the center, just go right around that edge. And it lifts the petals right up. Add your hot glue. Yeah, mine got a little forhuddled, so like they got mixed up. So that's okay, it moves. Sometimes it shifts. All good. Look at 2 petals and place it in between. That's what's fun about paper flowers. Each one is differently, and if it didn't work out exactly the way you planned, it's all good. You wouldn't even know it. Okay, now for the center, we're going to start with the 3 smallest. I'm going to glue them together. So I just add a little bit of glue to 2 petals, and then I overlap 2 of them. And then we're going to add a little glue to the first 2 petals here. So this is the smallest or the shortest in height. Oops. And we're going to take our slotted quilling tool. So it has an opening to slide the paper in. It's always the hardest part. And now we're going to roll it towards yourself a few times. And then you're going to add some glue to make sure it adheres. Keep rolling it towards you. Keep that bottom aligned right there. And the curl should be towards you. Now I do use Gorilla Glue, so it does dry super fast, so roll as fast as you can. And then periodically add some glue. You definitely want to do it at the seams where we glued the 2 centers together. And you start from the shortest to the tallest in height. So now we're at a seam right here. Go down below it. And keep rolling and keep that center aligned. Okay, I'm going to glue 2 of the next size together. There's 4 of these. So because we need pretty many centers, so we're doing 12 centers because we have a large center space to fill. So I'm just going to do 2. We're going to add some glue. We're going to attach it to right around to where we ended. It doesn't have to be perfect. Keep that bottom aligned and keep adding glue as you roll. Now it's going to get, we're adding width to the, or some bulk to our center. So we're going to get to the seams much faster like we just did. So you make sure that you add glue right over top of there and below. So over the seam, and I want to make sure it makes it all the way around to pass that piece. So I was super close. Secure the end. Okay, we're going to glue our next two together. So we're just going to continue doing this till you have all the centers together. Okay, now that all the centers are assembled, we're going to pull it off our slotted pulling tool. And look how cute it is. We're going to fluff out the larger centers. So this is how you can use mini flower centers. You could make this much higher in the height and use it for a large paper flower, or actually this size would work even in a larger paper flower. So don't count out your mini flower centers for larger flowers. Have some fun, fluff it out to your liking. And now we're going to add a generous amount of glue to the back. And place it right in the center. And it fits perfectly in there. And then we're going to flip it over and we're going to add our sepals. So our sepals will be glued that when the flower is in its appropriate position, that they're rolled under. Oh my God, can't get my words right tonight. So with them rolled under, we're going to roll the centers with our metal ball stylus on our flower shaping mat. Add some hot glue, and we're going to place it right in the center. Place those right on top. Now again, this template does not come with a sepal, so I use the Flower Camp Mini Flower Bundle sepal. And she ends up being about 6 inches in size. So you can do it in any color and it's super beautiful. Thank you for watching.